gambling is fun for a lot of people, and I myself like gambling as well. But gambling also, like, if you were to think about it, it's kind of like dumb, because you think about like, oh, you're gonna get a bunch of money, like maybe a millionaire, and then what, you're gonna gamble, and gambling is what, basically just like losing 55% of your money. Losing 55% of the time. Like if you're playing blackjack, you're just like a little bit worse odds than the dealer. So you just do that over and over again, and then win every once in a while so you feel good. It's like, it's no different than a drug addiction, really, being addicted to gambling. I mean, it's like, unless you're fixing it, which is smart, unless you're cheating, it's like you're really just losing money. The idea of, what made me think about it this way was like watching the end of the Elvis movie, the Baz Luhrmann Elvis movie, where it's like, oh yeah, that guy, the colonel, he got a bunch of money, so like, what did he spend the money on? He just gambled. So like, the purpose of his money was literally just to like gamble it, which is pretty much pointless. It's pretty much pointless to like turn your money into like a similar amount of money and have ups and downs on it. That's like totally stupid. I think my point's clear on that. It's like, at best, it's just more money, and it's like he already had enough money. It's just kind of dumb. So yeah, but like gambling on sports and stuff can be fun. It's a good way to make games more exciting. If you don't care about a game otherwise, if you didn't care about a game before, you can bet on it and then it gets more exciting. You have stake on it, so you have a reason to watch and care about what happens. That's cool. That makes sense. I also think a big part of gambling is like maybe the suspicion on the part of the gambler that maybe they like are entitled to good luck, that like God's going to throw them a bone, It's like, yeah, I'm going to buy a lottery ticket because, I'm just lucky. Like, I'm just going to be lucky, as if God's like looking out for just you to like have money. So there's all sorts of, and also there's the sunk cost fallacy with gambling or whatever. I think it's the sunk cost fallacy, or maybe it's called gambler's fallacy, where it's like somebody will lose a bunch of times in a row and then they think, well, I've already lost this much, so now I have to win. Like if I lose 9 times in a row, then I have to win this time, right? And so you get into that headspace too, where it's like, I don't know, you're not thinking right, basically. Because the odds stay the same. If you lose 9 times in a row at something that's 50-50 or whatever, that does not make the next one more likely to be yours to go. It doesn't make the next thing more likely to go in your favor. It's still the same odds, despite what you feel. And also with gambling, it perpetuates like selfishness, which creates like discomfort. But I don't know why I'm talking like I'm anti-gambling. I'm not even like I'm not even anti-gambling really. I'm just talking about kind of like, I don't know. I guess maybe I am almost anti-gambling. It's like junk food or whatever, or drugs. It's like it gets you some highs, but it's like basically what it is it's like drugs, and you don't lose it all. Probably you don't lose it all just because you're betting too much or whatever. You pay the house. You basically pay the house to get a high, and sometimes you're up and sometimes you're down, but you're always really down because you have to pay the house a bunch, and they make money and you lose money. So there's that. Yeah, unless you're cheating. If you're cheating, then gambling is great, because then you're not even gambling. You're just being strategic. You're just investing or whatever. Cheating and gambling is extremely smart. Dude, I should probably do that myself at some point, because that's easy money. But I don't know, maybe I won't even have to. I'll just do some other stuff really good. But, it's there. It's an option. And everybody has some experience gambling, unless you're like Amish or something. So it's like, it's a pretty common thing. Also, a lot of people that gamble are like intoxicated while they gamble, which is like not smart, but it's what happens. Places like Vegas are just full of like, I don't know, it's called the Sin City, and sins are basically just like things that aren't healthy, like drugs and gambling and stuff, where it's like just technically just not on the net probably helpful, but you pay for it, pay good money for it. Actually, Vegas is an interesting place. It's like shows, drugs, gambling, interesting place. Fights, UFC's out there. It's an interesting city. Anyways, yeah, like I said earlier, I think gambling mainly has to do with kind of a sense of entitlement, that you deserve to get money for basically doing nothing. So, but sometimes it works out for the gambler. It basically works out for the gambler if they get lucky once and then don't gamble again. That's like the best thing that can happen for a gambler, to be honest. So yeah, I guess that's all I have to say about gambling. Thanks for listening.